Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the World News on Television Nigerian. I am Priscilla Eworm. Migrant families who cross the southern border of the U.S. illegally could be detained indefinitely under a new regulation announced by the Trump administration. It replaces an agreement that set a limit on how long the government could hold migrant children in custody. The move, announced by Acting Homeland Security Secretary Kelvin Malinan, is due to come into effect in 60 days. Mexico has expressed concern and said it would consider legal action on the issue. The Mexican Foreign Ministry said the detention of children and adolescents could be prolonged indefinitely given the continuing delay in attending to migrant cases. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Thursday tried to convince France to reopen Brexit negotiations less than a day after President Emmanuel Macron bluntly ruled out any further talks on the divorce deal. In his first foreign trip since winning a month ago, Johnson is warning German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Emmanuel Macron that they will face a potentially disorderly no-deal Brexit on October 31st unless the European Union does a new deal. At talks in Berlin on Wednesday, Merkel hinted at a possible path out of the Brexit impasse by telling Johnson to come up with some alternatives to the Irish border insurance policy within 30 days. South Korea said on Thursday it will scrap an intelligence sharing pact with Japan, a decision that could further escalate a dispute over history and trade and undercuts security cooperation on North Korea. With the decision not to extend the pact, the political and trade disputes between South Korea and Japan now extend into some of the most sensitive national security issues in the region. The arrangement was designed to share sensitive information on the threat posed by North Korean missile and nuclear activities, and the decision to end it comes after North Korea launched a series of short-range ballistic missiles in protest against what it sees as military build-ups in South Korea and Japan. The General Security of Military Information Agreement was due to be automatically renewed on Saturday unless either side decided to cancel it. The decision was announced after an hour-long decision within the Presidential National Security Council. Britain's Foreign Office continues to urgently seek further information about an employee of its Hong Kong consulate who was detained in China. It said officials have not been able to speak to the consulate worker Simon Chang since his detention in the Chinese border city of Shenzhen. Chang had been expected to return to work on August 9th after visiting the city neighboring Hong Kong. The Foreign Office said it was continuing to raise the case with officials in Hong Kong, London, and China. A woman died and several people were injured after a huge fire broke out inside a renowned hospital complex on the outskirts of Paris on Thursday. The blaze erupted inside a flat of a residential block by the Henri Mondor Hospital in the southeastern suburb of Créteil, said Guillaume Fraisse, and Paris Fire Department spokesman. The flames rapidly spread to the rest of the 10-story building, which houses some of the hospital staff, engulfing the facade and a staircase. However, the blaze did not affect the hospital itself, which shot to international flame after carrying out the world's first full-face transplant in 2010. Police in Madrid arrested a 53-year-old man accused of recording intimate videos of more than 500 women without their consent before posting the footage on porn sites. Officers caught the suspect in the act of recording up a woman's skirt on Wednesday using a cell phone hidden in a backpack. An investigation revealed he had uploaded 283 videos of 555 victims, some of whom were minors, with the recording receiving millions of views online, according to a police statement. The Spanish investigation began after police noticed an account on a porn website that was uploading intimate videos recorded in Madrid without the consent of the women shown. Following video analysis, police were able to track down the suspect, catch him in the act of recording video without consent, and took him into custody. Police also seized the laptop and 3 hard drives containing dozens of gigabytes of footage. And that's all we have for you on the news this afternoon. Thanks for watching. I am Priscilla Ewer.